Youthful, ruthless, driven.
Anchors away, Sea Lord Acin sailing to war.
Acin is the ruthless, fisty-foot one, always prefer to strike first.
Vicious and stubborn, tactician with few contemporaries and fewer friends, Acin's confidence is well earned. But will pride be his ruin? Ruthlessness is a trait the Asur seldom celebrate. Yet, balking at what must be done does not change its necessity. Sea Lord Aisling, commander of Ulthuan's navy, will not hesitate. Let the bureaucrats condemn his Norscan raids, let them send him deep into the sea of dread, they take his offerings all the same. Let them keep their bloodless hands, Acin is unafraid of reprimand. 'Tis the horizon and the black deep and the memory of the grave that chills his soul.
Aisling is very good commander, able to buff up units around him, while also excelling at hand-to-hand combat and dueling other enemy lords or heroes. He himself is also quite potent when fighting on the first lines, so always make sure that he is in the thick of battle. Similar to his tabletop rules, Aisling has the ability to buff up archers tremendously, especially at the start of the battle. He can also stop his allies from fleeing by utilizing his Iron Hand Captain ability.
Bon voyage, Grooky scum! With the eastern colonies colonized and the immediate threat dealt with, we're free to choose our next path with Aislin's unique sea lanes. Lustria, the Southlands, or Ulthuan. Talk of Dark Elf invasions has made Acin nervous. Could he be back? A voyage home to see the state of things may be in order. Not the invasion we expected, but unacceptable all the same. There we are, much better. Orc free, the only question left for Kenthel is one of governance. Aislin's primary concerns are that of military prowess, so when we capture a settlement, it's for the Asur, not personal glory. We'll leave matters of state to the statesmen. As Eltharian's already at war with the invaders, we'll entrust the province to him. Well, trust is a strong word. He did lose it to begin with, so to ensure Asur domination, we'll leave an outpost in each settlement we capture. But what to dedicate the outpost to? To answer that question, we need to consider Aislin's economy. Dragon ships are a costly endeavour, but worth their weight in dead Druki. To keep them in tip-top fighting condition, we'll need dragon ship supplies. There are a few ways to acquire this precious resource, but the key one is elven trade, which we'll earn through our outposts. On its own, elven trade is good for unlocking certain technologies, but if we want it to become dragon ship supplies, we need processing centres. To that end, Acin can establish rare colonies to handle the important task of converting trade into supplies. But it all starts with an outpost, which almost brings us back to the decision at hand. Outposts, colonies, dragon ships, Aislin's key concerns. Devoting an outpost to these pursuits grants us a fourth vital resource, dedication. With enough dedication, we can unlock initiatives relating to each discipline. These range from new building chains to granting ourselves additional colony resource to adding new dragon ships to the Lord Pool and more. As we're expecting a Dark Elf incursion, we'll need more dragon ships. We've prioritized dedication in the eastern colonies and have already added a second dragon ship to our recruitment pool, so we'll focus Southern Yves on income and elven trade. There's no point having dragon ships if we can't afford to run them. With that in mind, we'll get some delicious elven trade going and build a garrison to protect our interests whilst further afield. Like the mighty Skycutter, we're seldom in the same place for long, and it's not that I don't trust Eltharion to keep our outposts alive, but... okay, I don't trust Eltharion. Anyway, speaking of Skycutters, be sure to fly over to our blog for a deeper dive into any of the mechanics, characters, and units introduced in this showcase. We'll liberate the rest of Southern Yves, then head further north. If a Dark Elf invasion is to come, then Acin means to thwart it before it can reach Ulthuan's shores. He's out there too. Somewhere. And Acin means to find him.
Asur domination is Aislin's unique faction mechanic. It combines unique occupation options alongside benefits that he can accumulate while providing settlements and protection towards other elven factions. Acin gifts settlements to other factions as he has no desire to control settlements of his own, or at least not completely. His occupation choices are either gift to a high elven faction or keep for himself as a colony, but the colonies are limited. These colonies use elven trade for the production of the dragon ship supplies, and that elven trade is accumulated from the gifted settlement outposts that surround the colony. He needs to prioritize between the settlements and outposts to get a maximum output of one or the other resource depending on his current needs. With each settlement he gifts to a single faction, he gains higher and higher bonuses from that faction. Although that could be beneficial, it will still focus him into that single direction. He, however, can still choose to spread these gifts towards other factions and get more benefits in variety of category rather than a single one. While Aisling doesn't particularly like anyone outside of the High Elves themselves, he has a particular grudge towards Lokir Felhard.
Oi, Lokir! Aisling knows you're here somewhere, you octopus-faced fish. Excuse me, Nagaroth's been destroyed and Karund Kar, Lokir's birthright, is being held by Clark Karund. Aisling can only assume the so-called Kraken Lord has stunk away to the nearby hovels. Still, the Dark Elf threat to Ulf-One's security cannot be abided. We'll thaw the Sea of Tuel with righteous Asur fury if we must, and yes, I'm well aware of the irony. Vengeance aside, an island is only as secure as its fleet, and as commander of the Phoenix King's navy, Acin employs only the finest of Asur vessels. Our dragon ship, the Calendrian, is a castle unto itself, a vast, floating fortress designed to endure months at sea. Upgrading such an ancient and powerful vessel is a labor of love. Here, our dragon ship supplies are needed most. Every militia deck, every messel, every lookout mast relies on dragon ship supplies. Built correctly, and the Calendrian will cater to our every need, but to unlock its full potential, we'll want to be investing our dedication into unlocking all of its building chain options. Ultimately, we'll need a dragon ship citadel and the strongest soldiers Ulf-One can offer to bring Felhard to his knees, but the sea is as patient as it is violent, and we are its avatar. Of course, Aislin's not so single-minded as to ignore other threats to Asur kind, and he knows the Admiral of the Black Ark Tower of Blessed Dread could be anywhere, which is why we've separated our fleet. Inrian the Vengeful braves the Straits of Chaos, fighting back the Norscan savages. Likewise, if the Kraken Lord makes a play for Ulf-One, the island's lack of military cohesion will be its undoing. In preparation, we've dispatched Rodir the Brave to join Noble Kathik's heroic efforts to repel She Who Thirsts. Like Acin and Inrian, Rodir commands one of a maximum of 5 dragon ships and will use the mighty vessel's unique mislanding stance, allowing him to move directly inland, getting into position for swift naval strikes. It doesn't hurt that such a positioning gives us eyes on the Scourge of Cain. If Felhard seeks that vile power, we'll know. Nagaron, Clarkarond, Hargeneth, we've burnt them all, and found no signs of the slippery squid. We've nothing to show for our efforts except an emboldened Gore Queen, a heavy deficit, and a dwindling reputation at court. Though it's worth clarifying, Acin does not care for politics. Let the nerds, statesmen, fight over their patronage seats. Let them influence their way into positions of power. Let them consolidate their strength when the moment is right. Let them suffer the consequences when it blows up in their faces. Acin has no stomach for it. Let the snakes scheme. He has an invasion to thwart. Speaking of, the search must be expanded. We'll voyage Acin to the bleak sea where Druki are known to dwell, refocus Rodir on the Scourge of Cain, and sick Inrian on Hag Grief.
The dragon ships are very important for the High Elves as they provide them with a bunch of different buffs that not only help out in campaign and help them traverse the seas, but they can also help out in battle by providing fire support, doing real damage.
The mislanding stance helps Aisling to jump directly to a settlement or a lord deeply inland and allows for swift attacks of unsuspecting foes. Though they don't like his methods, the elves don't hesitate to call on Acin when they need him.
Not now, Tyrion. I'm closing in. It's only a matter of time until your hours, Lokir, you big, stupid shellfish. Okay, yes, our armies are worse for wear, and yes, we're a tinsy-wincy bit in debt, but you can't put a price on security, apart from 3,000 gold a turn. But it's fine, because we're close, and I'm closing in, and it's going to be fine. It's fine. That's not fine, but we can win. The Druki are scum, and they're no match for Ulfond's finest. If only that were true. Endless conflict has taken its toll on even the strongest of our soldiers, and though they fight admirably, they embrace the Syrian on their passage to the Isle of the Dead. I knew role-playing would hurt. Okay, disaster. There's a chance, a small one, that our enthusiastic search for Lokir Felhart may have been a touch foolhardy. Maybe even pernicious. Felhart's not here. I know that, you know that, and now Aislin's starting to understand that too. Guided by vengeance, we spread our forces too thin, pushed them too far, and paid the price. On the bright side, we're no longer hemorrhaging gold, but we've still got a choice to make. Abandon Ulfwan, sail the world chasing the ghost of a Druki who did us wrong, or do our duty and rally to protect our homeland.
The High Elf technology tree has been rebuilt from the ground up. We've split the tech into groups, alongside a special unique group for Acin that boosts his seafaring units. We've heard your feedback, and we've done a pass over the Lord's recruitment, and we've adjusted their traits and benefits to be higher suited for the dynamic gameplay that the elves produce. We've taken a good look over all High Elf Lords, but with a higher focus on Tyrion and Teclis. The rest have received victory condition changes, some mission adjustments, and some starting position changes. We've gone through the rites and done a balance pass over their cooldowns and benefits they provide. But that doesn't stop there. Sea Lord Aisling receives a unique rite in the form of the Invocation of Matlan.
Right, we have the men, we have the will. All we need now is the gods. As Maplan's herald, we call upon the King of Storm and Sea, invoking his right and using his wrath to do what we should have done from the start.
The currents can lead one anywhere and everywhere. Bring down the wave.
And what we should have done from the start is charge headlong into an army of zombie pirates.
But we're the Asur, and flanking is what we do best. Unleash the Sky Cutters.
The Lotran Skycutters are flying chariots that can be one of two variants. The archers are extremely good at skirmishing, while the bow thrower provides basically a very mobile flying artillery.
From the elegant subtlety of a flying artillery to a giant, watery dragon tube.
Sea Elemental is a huge single-entity monstrosity that is extremely durable when it comes to physical attacks, but is vulnerable to magic.
Dreadfleet, more like Dead Fleet.
Ooh, Dark Elves! Watch as Caradrian makes them Dead Elves.
Caradrian is the captain of the Phoenix Guard. He excels at bringing down monstrous units in 1 versus 1 combat, and when mounted on his Phoenix Ashtari, he can be extremely dangerous.
Dead or not, the Druki are persistent buggers. Perhaps the Merworm's stomach will calm them down.
The Merworm is one of the strongest monsters that we have ever created, so it is extremely good at disrupting enemy infantry. It can fight other monsters as well by utilizing its poison attacks. It is the ultimate apex hunter.
From the bleak sea to the great ocean, Ulfwan's enemies are beaten back. Fragile alliances still need nurturing to secure lasting peace, but that's not our duty. No, we travel to the Sea of Squirrels, where a long voyage promises fresh adventure, new lands, and old rivalries. Duty, wile, and obstinacy. These are the traits that make Sea Lord Acin a formidable foe, but also a contentious ally. Will his tenacity be his undoing? Or will you spread Asur domination across the world? Thoughts, comments, shellfish? Let us know in the comments below. Follow our links to wishlist now.